While the news of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has been huge and could signify a big shift in the conflict in the Middle East, several people here stateside in Connecticut tell me this is a bittersweet moment. After 15 months of deadly warfare in the Middle East, President Joe Biden announced the finalization of a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas.
This is one of the toughest negotiations I've ever experienced.
The deal would see 33 hostages reunited with their families after more than 460 days. The ceasefire would continue as long as both groups continue to work towards a long-term truce.
It's a tremendous relief across our community. At the same time, there's deep concern.
Here in Connecticut, David Warren with the Jewish Federation of Greater Hartford prepares for his own trip to Israel in the coming days. But he worries Hamas will regroup after the exchange of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. He's hesitant this deal will be the final end to the violence in the region.
This deal is important. People are exhausted, and so it's really important that the U.S. and Israel keep the pressure on to prevent Hamas from doing that and to liberate the people of Gaza.
On the other side of the conversation, those same sentiments are being felt.
With the news of the ceasefire, what were your initial reactions?
I think the main point that we're going to focus on is right now, this is a marginal victory at best.
Basil Al-Najjar with Palestinian activist and humanitarian group We Will Return remains cautious for the people in Gaza and pointed to Israel's history of violations with the ceasefire in Lebanon.
That exact lack of international accountability is why we are doubting the genuineness of the ceasefire as well as the long-term outlook for our people in Palestine. So don't get me wrong, we're hopeful that this signals a change in tide and life for our people right now.
We've lost so much as a people.
For Jenna Raba, this includes the loss of her 2 uncles and 3 cousins in Gaza. And she says it's why, even with this hope of a ceasefire, she continues to work alongside We Will Return to provide food and medical care for people in Palestine.
That as Palestinians, our activism didn't start last year and it's not going to stop this year. And we're going to build up Gaza just like we have time and time again.
The eyes of the world are now on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his cabinet to sign off on this ceasefire. And if they do, this 6-week deal could go into effect on Sunday the 19th. But at the moment, the Prime Minister's office has not confirmed the deal. But for now, in Hartford, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.